Welcome, history enthusiasts. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey to explore the forgotten queens who played crucial roles in shaping our world. From ancient civilizations to medieval kingdoms, these powerful women broke barriers and left their indelible marks on history. So, let's dive in and discover their extraordinary stories. Our first stop takes us to ancient Egypt, where the mighty Queen Hatshepsut ruled with unparalleled strength and wisdom. Hatshepsut is one of the few women in ancient history who successfully ruled as pharaoh. She ascended to the throne of Egypt in 1478 BCE and reigned for over 20 years. Breaking tradition, Hatshepsut declared herself pharaoh, defying societal norms of male rulership. Cross-dressing in pharaonic regalia, to assert her authority as pharaoh, Hatshepsut adopted the traditional male regalia, including a false beard and the iconic pharaonic headdress called the nemes. She also referred to herself with male pronouns and titles. Through her ambitious building projects, such as the Grand Temple of Deir el-Bahari, she solidified Egypt's prosperity and brought about a golden age of peace and prosperity. As part of her divine legitimization, Hatshepsut claimed that she was the daughter of the god Amun-Ra. To support this narrative, she commissioned the construction of the Red Chapel in Karnak, known as the Temple of Hatshepsut's birth. After Hatshepsut's death, her successor and stepson, Thutmose III, attempted to erase her from history. Many of her statues were defaced, and inscriptions with her name were chiseled off. This erasure led to her historical obscurity until modern rediscovery. Hatshepsut's legacy was largely forgotten until the 19th century when archaeologists rediscovered her temple and began uncovering her story. The exploration of her temple and the subsequent deciphering of hieroglyphs helped shed light on her reign. Now, let's fast forward to the medieval era and enter the fascinating world of the Viking shield maidens. These fearless women shattered gender stereotypes by actively participating in battles alongside their male counterparts. Shield maidens were women who actively participated in Viking warfare. While the extent of their involvement is debated among historians, Norse sagas and historical accounts mention their presence on the battlefield. Shield maidens were often associated with the mythical Valkyries, female figures from Norse mythology who were believed to choose warriors to enter Valhalla. The Valkyries inspired the idea of women fighting alongside men in battle. Their remarkable courage and combat skills earned them the respect and admiration of their Viking comrades. While there are no specific written accounts solely dedicated to shield maidens, their presence is mentioned in various historical sagas and writings, such as the Icelandic sagas and the sagas of the legendary Viking warrior Ragnar Lothbrok. Archaeological excavations have uncovered Viking warrior burials that included female remains accompanied by weapons and other battle-related artifacts. This suggests that women did take part in combat, though it is difficult to determine the exact roles they played. Shield maidens have become symbols of female empowerment and the breaking of traditional gender roles. They are often celebrated as strong, independent women who defied societal norms and played an active role in Viking society. The concept of shield maidens has captured popular imagination and has been depicted in various forms of modern media, including books, movies, and television shows, often showcasing their fierce and adventurous spirit. While the exact historical reality of Viking shield maidens may be subject to interpretation and debate, their presence in Norse mythology, sagas, and archaeological discoveries highlights the existence of strong and capable women who challenged traditional gender roles in Viking society. Moving ahead to the 16th century, we encounter a remarkable queen who defied all odds, Queen Elizabeth I of England. Ascending the throne during a tumultuous era, she skillfully navigated political and religious challenges. Queen Elizabeth I is often referred to as the Virgin Queen because she never married or had children. She famously declared herself married to her kingdom and people. Elizabeth carefully cultivated her public image and portrayed herself as a strong and powerful ruler. She adopted the iconic Gloriana image, donning elaborate costumes and jewelry to emphasize her regal authority. Elizabeth I had one of the longest reigns in English history, ruling from 1558 until her death in 1603. Her reign is known as the Elizabethan era, a time of cultural, artistic, and economic growth in England. One of the most famous portraits of Queen Elizabeth I is the Rainbow Portrait, where she is depicted wearing a gown adorned with eyes and ears, symbolizing her vigilance and wisdom as a ruler. Elizabeth I was a passionate supporter of the arts and literature. She fostered a flourishing cultural scene, with playwrights like William Shakespeare and Christopher Marlowe finding success during her reign. One of the most significant events of Elizabeth's reign was the defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588. England's victory over the powerful Spanish fleet solidified England's naval dominance and marked a turning point in European history. Elizabeth's reign saw the establishment of the Church of England as the official state religion, a compromise between Catholic and Protestant factions. Her religious settlement provided stability and helped maintain peace within the kingdom. Queen Elizabeth I left a lasting legacy as one of England's most celebrated monarchs. Her reign marked a period of stability, cultural achievement, and national pride, earning her a place in history as one of England's greatest rulers. Our journey now takes us to India, where we explore the life of Rani Padmini, also known as Padmavati, was a historical figure from the 13th century. She was the Queen of Mewar, a kingdom in present-day Rajasthan, India. Revered for her exceptional beauty and courage, Rani Padmini's story is steeped in intrigue and valor. Rani Padmini is renowned for her role during the siege of Chittorgarh in 1303. The Delhi's Sultanate ruler, Alauddin Khilji, attacked the fortress of Chittorgarh, seeking to capture Rani. To protect their honor and avoid falling into the hands of the enemy, Rani Padmini and the women of Chittorgarh performed jauhar, a custom where they self-immolated by walking into a fire. Rani Padmini's story holds great significance in Rajput culture. She is revered as a legendary figure who exemplified the Rajput ideals of honor, valor, and sacrifice. The siege of Chittorgarh and Rani Padmini's sacrifice played a significant role in shaping Indian history. It was a pivotal event that demonstrated the resilience and spirit of resistance against foreign invasions. Rani Padmini's story continues to captivate people's imagination, serving as a symbol of courage, beauty, and sacrifice. Her tale is intertwined with the rich tapestry of Rajput history and culture, leaving an enduring legacy in Indian folklore and historical narratives. Finally, let's delve into the captivating world of the Empress Dowager Cixi of China. Empress Dowager Cixi came from a relatively humble background but rose to become one of the most powerful figures in Chinese history. She entered the imperial court as a concubine to Emperor Xianfeng and eventually became the de facto ruler of China. Cixi's rise from the status of an imperial concubine to becoming Empress Dowager demonstrated her remarkable political astuteness and ability to navigate the complex power dynamics of the imperial court. Cixi's influence spans several decades. She effectively ruled China for 47 years from behind the scenes, initially as regent for her son, Emperor Tongji, and later as the de facto ruler during the reign of her nephew, Emperor Guangxu. Despite being associated with a conservative era in Chinese history, Cixi initiated a series of modernization efforts in China. She supported technological advancements such as the introduction of railways, telegraphs, and modern shipbuilding to modernize the country. Cixi's reign was marked by the Boxer Rebellion, a violent anti-foreign and anti-Christian movement in China. Initially, Cixi supported the Boxers, but later, she declared war on the foreign powers, resulting in a military intervention by an international coalition force. Cixi played a significant role in restoring and renovating the imperial palace complex known as the Forbidden City in Beijing. She used funds from the national treasury for extensive renovations, including rebuilding and adding new structures. Empress Dowager Cixi's rise to power and her reign as a powerful figure in Chinese history present a fascinating narrative of political intrigue, cultural transformation, and gender dynamics in the late Qing dynasty. And there we have it, just a glimpse into the lives of these extraordinary queens. Their stories remind us that history is filled with incredible women who defied societal norms and blazed trails of their own. Join us next time as we continue to unravel the hidden narratives of history's unsung heroes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss an episode. Until next time, keep exploring and uncovering the untold tales of the past.